wonderful to be here. Really, it is. It is an honor to be together. As we begin, I want to invite us to set up our sanctuary. So if you haven't already, I want to encourage everyone to shut down any distractions that you have control over. We have many distractions over which we do not have control. So I'm going to turn my phone over. It's one of my biggest distractions. All right. And we live right near the hospital. So I am committing to myself as the sirens start, whenever they do, because they will, that I will hold those as sounds, not as distractions, but as the world happening around us. And the gift of being present here today will hold me in whatever anxiety comes up, whatever fear, whatever joy, whatever sense of love and anticipation. I also encourage everyone to put what you need near you. Some have snacks already, your cheesecake or whatever. I have my bottle of water and tea, and some Kleenex. Always Kleenex when you are with me. That's what people should know. For me, and also as invitation. If I have them, you should feel free to use them. You can feel free not to use them. You can use whatever you want. This is your space to own for the time being. And I feel grateful that my daughter made me a bouquet of flowers to use for a ritual tomorrow. So I have those here as well, origami. May they last for a really long time. So we're going to begin this evening with just a gentle nigun, just a gentle song without words. Lie, lie, lie. I'll begin. You can join me as you wish. As you know, on Zoom, you can sing as loudly or as quietly as you wish. Make your space for yourself. Turn your heart over to this time together. Let's just sit for a few moments in this space together. And feel the reverberations of that melody swirling around us in this sanctuary. So we find ourselves this evening at Sinai, grounded, even if a little bit sleepy, like our ancestors who almost overslept and missed the 10 Commandments. They almost missed receiving Torah, but they were grounded. They sat at the foot of the mountain. So I want to invite us to be like our ancestors and to feel our feet on the ground. So if you have them tucked under you, just pull them out and see if you can feel the floor underneath your feet. You might not be wearing shoes. We can do that on Zoom easily. I'm wearing flip-flops, so I can sort of feel the ground underneath my feet. And as your feet connect with the ground, remind yourself that the ground is there to hold you. It's not going anywhere. It's going to hold you up. I invite us to close our eyes and just notice your breath. Drop your shoulders. And open your heart a little bit more. Notice your breath coming in and out. And unclench your fists. Unfurl your fingers. And send your breath through your hands so that your fingers unroll. Let the palms open. And let the weight that you're carrying on your shoulders and in your body fall away. The ground is sturdy, it will hold you. The base of the mountain is wide. Leave your bags here. Leave your baggage here. I'm going to share up here on the screen. I hope. Caroline, we can see? Yeah, we're good? It's there? Okay.
Yes.
So here is our service for the evening, finding sustenance in challenging times. And we're going to go to our welcome as we continue to create space and sanctuary and come to know one another in this space. Bruchot habaot. For many years that I've been leading services of hope and healing, I've begun with these beautiful words from my friend and teacher, Debbie Friedman. ברוכות הבאות תחת כנפי השכינה. ברוכים הבאים תחת כנפי השכינה. May you be blessed beneath the wings of Shekhinah. Be blessed with love. Be blessed with peace. ברוכות הבאות תחת כנפי השכינה. ברוכים הבאים תחת כנפי השכינה. May you be blessed beneath the wings of Shekhinah. Be blessed with love. Be blessed with peace. Give yourself a hug. Less than 6 feet. And feel the arms of the Holy One around you in a gentle embrace. As we use this time to get to know one another at this mountain. Tradition teaches that our people were all at the mountain together. Those who are there and those who are here. We were at that mountain. So what a blessing to be together this evening again at this mountain where we've heard the story. And in some moments, it may feel incredibly familiar. And in some moments, we might feel like we're reaching and it's not quite there. Because things shift in an instant. And so we go back to that ground under our feet. And we wiggle our toes. Move the balls of our feet and our heels. And remind ourselves the ground is still there. It is still supporting us. Just as this evening, we will support one another. I always ask and wonder, when we come to a program like this, a service, when we even ask ourselves the question, how can we find sustenance in challenging times? How is it that we got here? How did we come to be in this space? So you see, I've put some choices here. They may resonate with you, maybe not. For some of us, our parents brought us here. For some of us, we picked ourselves up, pressed register, and here we are. Some of us have come with colleagues, some with friends. I came to be in this space this evening as part of a call, not a telephone call, that too, but a call that I have felt inside of myself since I was 10 and felt called to be a rabbi, felt called to help people find purpose in life. Find breath in our moments, reminders that we are alive, reminders that we are alive, and that the breath is a gift. The breath is the sign that we are here. So I want to ask us first to be brave and to show ourselves to one another, to not hide our screens, if we're willing, to show ourselves. We've come together tonight to be together in sanctuary. Take a little risk and show our faces to one another so that we can see our community. We can see our neighbors and our friends who we know and our friends who we will come to know together at this mountain. And I'm going to ask us to take a moment and think to yourself, how is it that I am here in this moment? It may be different than what you thought you would if I had asked you 10 minutes ago, or when you registered for this Tikkun Leil Shavuot. Ask yourself, how is it that I am here in this moment? And take that experience, whatever comes up for you, whatever word, and type one word into the chat box. How is it that you are here this evening? What is holding you? And I want to make clear to everyone that while I invite us to show our faces, all of these are invitations. There's no judgment, just invitations. And we have agency, all of us. We all have agency. And that's part of writing into this chat, is to remind ourselves that we have power and we have agency, and the ground is sturdy beneath us, and we can name how we came to be where we are. So we'll take a moment. The chat's filling up. Okay. So here are some of the ways we came to be here this evening. Chance. Chance. Hugely powerful. Shamati, I hear you. Friends. Healing. Love. Facebook. Hope. Learning. Friend. Loss. Friends. Some of my community members. Connection. Friends. Being comforted. Happiness. A sense of community and connection. Meaning. Sustenance. Holiness. To see who was at Sinai, to see who is at Sinai. Commitment, nostalgia, spiritual nourishment, reconnection. Beautiful. Shamati, I hear you. So now that we have those prayers in our midst, we can use them to sustain our sanctuary, to remind us that in times of challenge, there are arms that wrap themselves around us, to hold us, to help us feel safe. We may not have come here for the same reason, but we are here together. We are here together building this sanctuary at this mountain. I'm going to share up the document again and bring us to this next screen with words from the second bracha, the second blessing after the Shema. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Spread over us the canopy, the sukkah of your peace. Join me as you will with the words, with the melody, or with your breath. Ufros aleinu sukkah, sukkah, shlomecha, ufros aleinu, sukkah, shlomecha, ufros aleinu, Feel the gentle arms of the Shekhinah around you. Feel a blanket or a canopy gently on your shoulders. Notice the hands of those here together in our sanctuary on your back. Gently, gently reminding you we are here together. I want to invite us back to the base of this mountain. Some of you know me and know that I lived in Seattle for almost 7 years. and I lived around the corner from Mount Rainier. And locals there speak about the mountain in the following way. They ask themselves each day if the mountain is out. So every day on my way to work, I would go around this big corner and I would look to see, is the mountain out or not? If the mountain was out, you could see it. And if it wasn't, you had to ask yourself, was it there? Because really, there were some days you would have no idea that there was a Mount Rainier off in the distance. There were some days when that was incredibly comforting to me. I just went about my business, forgot about Mount Rainier. There were other days that I was wistful. When would the mountain pop out? When could I see that big Malamar of a mountain? When would I be able to go and to climb it? There were other days where it was just so glorious and awe-inspiring and majestic. Sometimes we are able to see what's there. Sometimes, try as we might, it's almost as if it is not even there. Sometimes that brings comfort. Sometimes it can raise our anxiety or make us impatient, or make us feel like things are insurmountable. And then there is hope and aspiration and practice to prime us to notice, to pay attention, so that when things change, when that little peak of mountain just comes out from outside of the clouds, we notice it. We notice it. And we can ask ourselves, what am I going to do with that mountain? Is it there for me to climb? Is it there for me to admire? Is it there for me to remind myself that I can sit with my community and open to the gifts of life, to the gifts of presence, to the gifts of community, to the gifts of Torah, whatever that looks like for each of us. When I was in high school, I went to Israel on a teen tour with Peter Geffen, who worked at Park Avenue Synagogue at the time. And we climbed the Arbel. And I had never gone hiking before in my life. So there were no hiking boots in my suitcase, just tree torns, for those who are familiar with tree torns, little tennis shoes. And there was no core experience of having climbed a mountain in my being. And I had no idea what I was getting myself into, and actually no one asked me. They just put my little backpack on and sent me up the side of the mountain with my group. And I still feel in my body, telling the story, the fear. And I can see myself clinging desperately to that mountain. And I can feel my shuffling feet trying to hold on and wondering if I would make it back to America alive, if I would make it even off the Ezri mehim Adonai Ose shamayim shamayim v'aretz Ezri mehim Adonai Ose shamayim shamayim Adonai. Ose shamayim shamayim haaretz Ezri me'im Adonai. Ose shamayim shamayim haaretz Esahinai harim me'ayin yavu Ezri Esahinai harim me'ayin yavu Ezri me'im Adonai. Ose shamayim shamayim haaretz Ezri me'im Adonai. Ose shamayim shamayim haaretz. I lift my eyes to the mountains. From where will my help come? My help comes from the Holy One, the creator of heaven and earth. May the one who set the world into being reach out a hand to us. Help us find our footing. Guide us up our mountains. Open our hearts. Lift the corners of our mouths. Let the song out from inside of us and move us on our way. Climbing a mountain takes strength, but it also takes vulnerability. Climbing a mountain reminds us that we have to open ourselves to be vulnerable. Vulnerability is a type of strength, and learning to climb reminds us of the gift of being open to the unknown. We don't know what lies ahead. And in these moments, we are surrounded by struggle. Surrounded by struggle. Physical struggle, spiritual struggle, emotional struggle. So I want to invite us again to close our eyes and call to mind someone who needs healing. Someone we know exceptionally well. Someone we've never met. Someone we love. Someone we are having a hard time loving. And send your breath towards those who need it most. Send the breath of life. The breath of healing. The breath of letting go. God of healing, grant strength of body and wholeness of spirit. Peace and wisdom to those of broken heart. Embrace us all in the warmth of your presence. Be with us always as we move towards healing and wholeness. Nomar. Amen. So one of my dear friends and teachers, Debbie Friedman, wrote a beautiful Mishaberach for healing. I'm not going to offer it this evening, but I learned from Debbie how important it is to offer others the gift of the bracha, of the blessing for healing. And whenever she would offer concert, when she would start her Mishaberach, she would remind everyone, this is for you. Don't feel like you have to sing, just be, just receive. That's what it is to have Torah on this night, on any night, to receive. So I offer this for us to receive. El na refa na la. From the story of Miriam, when she was set outside the camp to heal. From Hazamir Asharon. Hazamir is an international Jewish teen choir with 31 chapters in America and 9 in Eretz Israel. And this is from Hasharon. So I'm going to do my best to share this too. We'll hope that it works. Let's hope. Yeah?
There we go. רפאנו אדוני ונרפא, הושיענו וניוושע, אל קרוב לכל קוריו, אך קרוב לרעיו אישו. We pray for healing of the body. We pray for healing of the soul, for strength of flesh and mind and spirit. We pray to us again, please meet us הושיע את עמך, אשמח את נחלתך, ורם ונעשה העולם, נשמע
I want to invite us for a moment to remember how important it is to sit in this moment. That when we climb from moment to moment, step by step, looking at the big picture, wanting to get from here to the peak. 1 second, too much. Too much. And so we climb slowly, and we climb with help, not by ourselves. We climb with the help of one another. We climb with the help of the Holy One. This is from Rilke's Book of Hours, Love Poems to God. It's delicious. You, God, who live next door, if at times through the long night I trouble you with my urgent knocking, this is why. I hear you breathe so seldom. I know you're all alone. What if you are thirsty and there's no one to get you a glass of water? And so I wait listening always. Give me a sign. I am here. As it happens, the wall between us is very thin. Why couldn't a cry from one of us break it down? It would crumble easily. It would barely make a sound. We do not have to climb alone. We are strong enough. There is a Holy One somewhere out there within us, a holy partnership that is waiting. It's waiting for us. It's waiting for us to reach out. It's waiting for us to open our hearts to receive. And we don't know where it will come from. And we don't know when it will arrive. But we do know, we should know, that our breath can help to take us there. So I invite us one last time to close our eyes. And to notice the breath in our throat. And notice the breath in our chest. And notice the breath in our belly. And as it moves down to our hips. And the breath in our thighs. And our calves. And our feet. And I invite us to wiggle our toes. And in doing so, release the breath back up into our mouths, back through our bodies, the breath that animates us, the breath that is the sign of the holy, the breath that can bring us towards peace. We return to that nigun from the beginning with its words this time, Shalom. Shalom, 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 shalom. May we all find peace. May we find healing. May we find sustenance. May our feet feel secure. May we find sanctuary, and may we have shalom. We pray for everyone to have safe journeys and to be safe and to be filled with blessing. That last shalom was from Noah, Achinoam Nini. If you can stay up or want to set your alarm 4 o'clock, she's performing from her home.